The Moyu Tangpo is finally released by Moyu. While the Lingpo was designed, many consider Moyu to be able to produce even greater 2x2, and so many cubers expect great things from the Tangpo. You can watch my first impression of the cube out of the box by clicking the little eye on the top right corner of this video. Some breaking in reduced plenty of the initial sandy feeling of the cube. Lubing reduced the sandy feeling even further, almost to the point of non-existent for me. It's currently a fast-turning 2x2, even after the lube initially applied on this cube worn off. It also has sufficient cutting ability and stability. Popping and twisting has never been a problem on 2x2 since quite a while ago, and the Tangpo is not an exception. Small catches still happen, and the Tangpo will just cut through those smoothly. Locks will very rarely happen as long as decent finger tricks are used to handle the cube. The cube felt slightly cubic, with a mix of minimal squishiness and minimal crunchiness. Comparison will be done against the out-of-the-box Tangpo, as well as my main 2x2, the Taiyan Chancher. Currently, the tension on this Tangpo felt like the tightest out of these three, and the Taiyan being a close second. The out-of-the-box Tangpo is far looser than these two, yet it still performs very nicely, showing how the Tangpo can be set on a very wide range of tensions and still be reversed. This is unlike the Taiyan, which is a very tension-dependent cube. Turning speed on the Tangpo is now slower than out of the box, but it is still slightly faster than my Taiyan. Cutting corner was somewhat better after lubing and tensioning, but then it is kind of worse now as the loop wears off. Reverse cutting is actually better, since the cube now catches instead of locking up every time it fails to reverse cut. Either way, these cutting abilities are still better than the Taiyan. Loose tension allows the pieces to lock up with each other, which is why locks are almost non-existent after proper tensioning. In comparison, the Taiyan rarely locks up as well, but it catches a lot due to its worse cutting ability. The corners can be twisted on the out-of-the-box cube, which almost can't be done anymore after tensioning, so I doubt it will actually ever happen in a saw. Popping will probably never ever happen, however, this is definitely an improvement to the Taiyan, which can actually still pops, although very rarely. I don't have a Tang Long, so I haven't actually tried to analyze the mechanism of the Tang series, but I remember it being a no-frills conical cut design. These can be clearly seen on the rather smooth, straight shape with bevels on the edges of the corner pieces. The edge piece has a two-step extension, one shorter, one resembling a wing, probably to hold the corner pieces, and another longer one acting as a stalk to hold the edge piece itself onto the center pieces. This is probably the source of its anti-popping characteristic. One thing to note, the surface area on the corner piece between the stalk and the outer surface feels grainy. This is probably the place to loop to reduce the sandiness of the cube. Overall, Moyu delivered a very awesome 2x2 here. It is not flawless per se, but it can definitely be registered as the 2x2 currently closest to perfection in my book. It immediately replaces my Dayan 2x2 after lubing, and tensioning places it even further higher compared to the Taiyan 2x2. It is not the fastest turning 2x2 ever, but it hits the sweet balance of speed and control. Together with the awesome performance, it is definitely my current main 2x2.